Yeah, we're live. Oobla Lotuk friends, and you are friends. We had some technical difficulties,
Yes.
we fixed it. And I'm Justin Belanger. He's Joshua Hadley, and we're back with, with back to the past. We're watching Star Wars.
Yeah. Yeah. All of that's the case. We're watching Star Wars Box and Excelso this week in Star Wars. Yeah, we had some technical difficulties there. I don't know what was going on, but we're just starting over. So huzzah! We weren't too far in, anyways.
Yeah,
But yeah, we're here though. We're doing the deal. Technical difficulties be damned. And we watched
maybe that.
Vox
So
and
this is
Excelso.
we watched that. This is Trek in the Future for real this time. I'm
Yes,
Joshua Hadley. He's Justin Belanger.
yes.
And we're
Well,
reviewing Starfleet Academy, the
yeah.
woke Star Trek.
The woke Star Trek. So as I said initially, before we had to redo everything, um, I liked the episode, and I really liked that it was kind of a one of those like moral dilemma type of episodes that you've come to expect out of Star Trek,
Yeah, and
and
I
and surrounding
appreciate
one of my favorite characters, Jaden,
Jaden, our
who has a
Klingon.
very
Yeah.
easy to say name despite being a Klingon. But all they did was just they put a dash in a normal human name, and there you go, it works.
Just trying to remember, like, were Klingon names hard to pronounce? Like, I remember Worf, just because I've seen some of Next Generation.
Mm,
I don't remember the one from um the original series. Like, I don't remember the one from Star Trek. I can't remember.
yeah.
Um, and the the ones in Strange New Worlds were sort of just side characters. Like,
Mm,
we didn't really have like a. I mean, this is like this after the war too, and well, there's
yeah.
still conflict going on, sort of. So it's understandable
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
Strange New Worlds. We didn't have like a Klingon on the Starship Enterprise.
Yeah.
But like we were saying before we had our technical difficulties, this episode started off with a debate. Just like
Mm,
the great debaters of our world, Ben Shapiro, Bosch, my grandma,
his grandma, Kyle Kalinske, Abe Lincoln, all the great ones.
all of them, and you know, it, so the episode starts off with the doctor doing a debate class, I guess.
Yeah.
Not really a class, more of like here you go, do your thing, and because I don't really see him teaching anything. I see him judging them. Like,
Yeah.
it's a debate competition. That's what it is.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I guess like any debate's like a competition, really.
Mm.
Which I guess it'd be like saying we're doing a basketball competition. But anyway, they're doing that, and Jaden, he just has some difficulties, and he doesn't want to speak in public. And I've
Oh
worked
yeah.
with several people
Which
like
that
that.
was that was something we talked about briefly before the great the technical difficultying of 2026. That's something that affects me very bad, which a lot of people don't realize because like I have an internet show. I do a lot of talking online in front of audiences, but like it's different when it's online versus like being physically in front of a bunch of people. And also, at the moment we don't really have like a huge audience here on Gopher and Tuck, but like I've been rated a couple times on Twitch. One was like 60 something people when I was playing Elden Ring. Another time playing Smash Bros, it was like 80 something, and I immediately was kind of like, oh, that's a lot of
Uh,
people suddenly looking at me.
it's
Oh
like Jaden.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So I definitely I get it. I get it, Jaden.
And there's that time when the audience came to your house. Like, that must have been disturbing.
It's true. It's true.
Anyway, I've worked with people like that. Thankfully, like, I don't have much of an issue. I'll say the thing. Know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. There you
Joe Biden's just ruined my mind, I swear.
go.
Anyway, Jaden, like, he can't debate. It's quite different than our main event man, Caleb, who just squashes and he destroys them
Mm.
in these debates. I think that's what the 67ers say today, right? Like they destroyed him in the debate.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah, he got crushed. He crushed them all. Like, um,
Very good. Very good at debating. Oh, Caleb.
and I appreciate what he said about when Jaden's like, "Why do you know all these rules?" And he says, "Well, I was a criminal, so
Yeah,
it was
in
really
jail.
important."
Yeah.
And if he wasn't gonna fight people, he had to out argue them. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Um, and so what really created the conflict, the moral dilemma that our pal, I almost said Giggity Gopher. I mean, I wanted to say it anyway so that I can say it. I
Mm.
said it that way. Gopher, he mentioned that there was a moral dilemma and the Klingons are going extinct, like they're Neanderthals or the Whig Party, you know.
Yeah.
Um, and the debate is around granting asylum to the
Yeah.
Klingons.
Yes. Which Jaden is against because the whole thing with the Klingons is like they want to maintain their independence. They don't want to be given anything. You know, they have to earn it via battle.
Yeah, it's quite different than our relationship with. I'm
And
sorry to bring
which is
politics into it, this guys, but it's like this is a very political driven debate.
yeah,
Is like Israel or something,
yeah.
where we're just here's weapons, or
and,
Ukraine, here's weapons, here you go,
and
or
we get like
Taiwan.
we get backstory with Jaden and like the kind of like not quite falling out, but like just the backstory with his family because as we know he's a pacifist, which is very
Yeah,
not normal for Klingon. So we get like backstory with his parents and his brother and find out about that. His parents are on the there's like a I don't remember exactly what happened, but like something was happening to the Klingons in this episode where like it put him in danger of basically being extinct. But like yeah,
I think maybe a supernova or
yeah, so something. His,
something.
his parents were on the ship, so obviously he was worried about that. But yeah, like we see like flashbacks to him with his family, like his brother earned his stuff. There's like a specific soup or some type of food that you can only eat if you're a warrior who's proven himself.
Yeah,
He's not allowed to eat it.
yeah, and I appreciated that because sometimes I felt like I'm not really an UPAC because I don't do a lot of these things, but
Mm.
it's just ridiculous thought, honestly, because it really decides who you are. Like it's
Mm. Yeah.
um, you know, really like there's culture, but you decide your own path and how you're going to embrace it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so just thinking about the way it goes in the episode, they Jaden gets the debate again because the doctor asks like the first debate they just like gave him random like
Yeah. Like random
prompts,
prompts. Yeah.
and this time the doctor's like, all right, give me a prompt and we'll do it. And the students want to do the um Klingon asylum. Like
Yeah,
I,
because that was a
and
big issue because of what had just happened. So it was like very on everyone's minds.
and the doctor understandably, and this seems to fall into his character from Voyager, is like, I really don't want to do this like right now. And Jaden's like, people are gonna talk about it anyway,
Mm,
either in the debate or out
yeah,
of the debate. And um, our main event man, Caleb and Genesis, both of them are surprised that Jaden's against the asylum.
yeah,
And I mean, you already went into that, but
yeah,
yeah, they're
yeah.
like, what? What the hell?
What the hell?
And they want to team with them, but He doesn't, but he gets help from Darren or that's not how you say his name. I have to look up on the memory alpha. Um,
Hmm.
scroll. I gotta scroll down, not up.
Yeah.
Durham.
Darum.
The Fishman.
No,
Durham.
Fishman.
Yeah,
Yes. Fishman Jones.
I was gonna say it, Fishman Jones. He gives him a helping hand, and once again, like the second time, just like Caleb and Jaden debating the first time happened because Jaden was just crushing all his opponents, and they kept sending opponent, 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 opponent. This
Yeah.
time, like everyone got to debate some other person singly, and like not everyone going with each other or
Yeah.
because of how it happened. Like Caleb debating everyone.
Yeah.
We happened to get Caleb and Jaden again, and once again, Jaden's like, but our homie Durham gives some support, and he's like, he gets in there, and they end up like they end up both failing the Vosh's rule of debating, and just they get mad, you know, like look, and
Yeah.
they get off the podiums and start yelling match, and they were disqualified.
Yeah.
It's Jover,
It's Jover. So it's never been more Jover.
and I forget the chronological order of things, and I'm looking forward to watching this with Kitty when I
Mm.
do. But Jaden gets back on there and he makes the argument
Yeah, he
that
he had a
and you
talk
brought this up earlier.
with that one the very uh loud teacher. I don't know.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't remember
yep,
what her
the
name.
half
Yeah,
Klingon
she's
lady,
half Klingon, so she has a conversation with him, and then that eventually leads to him being like, "Get me back on the debate stage," and so he comes back up,
Laura,
and
Laura,
yeah,
Laura thought,
and he comes up with an idea for how they could potentially do this in a way that still gives the Klingons their independence, and doesn't feel like they're just being gifted asylum.
yeah, and they end up fighting a battle, a little skirmish,
Skirmish.
Um, Starfleet gets outnumbered. It's almost like I'm just considering the numbers. What made me think of was like Custer's Last Stand, like that sort of like disparity in the number of combatants.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Um, but Starfleet surrenders, and they're like, "All right, you win the day," and the Klingons get to keep their honor.
Yeah.
And yeah, I enjoyed this episode. It really woke me up. Yes. We'll talk about woke a little bit later in a minute, but yeah, you said you really enjoyed this. Like
Yeah,
yeah, like I'm just thinking about the show. I didn't like the first episode was fine to me, but it's been getting better and better
yeah.
in my eyes.
Same. I agree. First
And
episode was just kind of like they had to set everything up with that one. It was a long episode compared to the others, um, and so it just kind of dragged on a bit. But like they were setting everything up, and once it's all been set up, it's been smooth sailing since.
I think that first episode would have been better if it was just 60 minutes. Like
Mm,
if they really like if they it felt slow, if they just cut some things off.
mm,
If it was a normal episode of Star Trek, I felt like I would have liked it more.
mm.
And I appreciated that last episode because it had basketball. It was more than that. No.
Mm,
Um, I like debates.
mm.
I've been trying to not watch debates, but I do appreciate them, and I watch them sometimes, and so I'm a. I was thinking Caleb was trying to make a masturbator joke this is a different Star Trek, and I guess some people are upset at how much they woke up by by Caleb's joke. And honestly, I need a little bit of a wake me up right now. I need to get
Mm.
woke.
You need to get
So
woke. So do I. So I got this backwards dubby because my camera just did backwards, and You got yours. What flavor is that?
Japanese Yakuza.
Oh, Mocha mine's Japanese soda. Here's that one. There you go. Go ahead and get my little Scoopy Doopy here. You know, you see little get a scoop. A scoop. There it is, as they say.
So yeah, it's easy. You just get 12 or 16 ounces of water for the scoop. If you're brand new, like this has a lot of B12, vitamin B12, so you
Yes.
might just want to do half a scoop if you're not used
Not to
to
be confused
this.
with B12 from American Dad, the boy band.
Yeah, then
Stir it up here with my chopstick.
I like to go shaken, not stirred.
Yes. I have a cup, so if I try to shake it, it will be all over the place. So I gotta go. I gotta stir it. There you go. Get that nice and stirred.
This tastes great too.
Yeah. I do like the Japanese soda flavor.
And I appreciate that Dubby. While we're facing all this inflation, just kept the prices the same.
Yeah. And speaking of their prices, you can get 10% off of their prices using that link right there, or if you're watching on YouTube, it's down in the description. Or if you just go to the site, w.gg, put your order in, you go to the promo code section, you put in code GopherTuck, all one word, no and. Um,
No
this is
ampersand.
no ampersand. You put that in, you get 10% off your order, and then, you know, you get your nice fruit, coffee fruit extract. It's in there. It's a lot more natural, healthier than, you know, Monster, Rockstar, stuff of that nature.
Or rich and rare.
Certainly better for you than Rich and Rare. I'll tell you that much.
I'll, I'll be hitting some of that up tonight, but
mm,
that'll be it. I'll say. I said it. Rich and
mm.
rare whiskey. Yeah. And yeah, like it tastes. Not only is it better for you, it tastes good too.
Yeah,
Like really good.
it is tasty. I had my mom try it the other day, and
Yeah.
she does not like energy drinks at all. Like she usually hates the taste. She thought it was pretty good.
Yeah. With drinks like Red Bull, I have to sip it because like
Yeah,
that tastes strange.
yeah,
I don't want to say it's bad, but
yeah.
like
It's an acquired taste for those kind of energy drinks. This just it tastes like basically to me it's like flavored water. You know.
yeah, and I appreciate that too. I love the juices
Yeah,
and the mousses.
it's good. It's good
All right,
stuff.
we're also reviewing another a new episode to us of Star Trek Con.
Mm.
So
God.
like I'm right here. There
As
he
they say,
is.
there he is. There he is.
Yeah, I haven't put him back yet, so like, I wasn't gonna get him, but I've been lazy about putting him back on the shelf. Um, and so how do you say this lady's name? Gazard Gazaduraz? No,
Guys,
Gazan
how do you spell it? Like you type it out in the
S
Discord
C
chat room?
H E H E R A Z
I'll
A
start
D
that
E.
over again.
I'm just gonna copy and paste it
There
for you.
you go. You copy and paste. Let's see if I can get this. Let's see.
I've
Scheherazade?
heard,
Scheherazade, maybe?
yeah, it's a Herzad. Like I've heard it 3 times and I can't remember. And she's I- what what I feel like will probably be most interesting for this segment of the show is she is had like I don't know like involvement or like she's been part of Gopher and Tech before.
Hmm.
So she in the story, and this is brought up in the podcast, the audio series is when they're asking for stories around the campfire.
Yeah.
Marla talks about Sorazad and how there was a sultan who was betrayed by his wife, and he gets upset and beheads her. And
Mm.
so he takes a new virgin as a wife every day, and by
A
the
lot of
next
wives.
day he just beheads them so that there's no like betrayal by them.
Jesus.
And so this keeps happening until Scheherazade she volunteers to do this, and the way she keeps herself alive is just telling him interesting stories. And before she gets to the end, she sort of like leaves a cliffhanger for him, and like I gotta go to sleep. And he's like, okay, but you gotta tell me the end of the story. And this happens for 1,001 nights, and he falls in love with her, and obviously he doesn't kill her.
Mm.
And this is the background to Arabian 1001 Nights. Like I know some of the stories, like Ahmed or Sinbad. You know, I enjoy some of the Sinbad movies. I think what's probably most famous now, and what was involved with Gopher and Tuck before, is Aladdin. And,
How was it?
um,
What was? How did we involve Aladdin before on Gopher and Talk?
well, Kingdom Hearts.
Oh yeah, right. Forgot Hagen Aladdin was on. I was like, did we play the Aladdin Sega Genesis game? And I'm like,
No,
hmm,
no,
I should. I should play
and
that actually though. It's a fun game.
it's been fresh in my head because I think maybe a month ago or something, Kitty and I were watching your Kingdom Hearts videos. I think we might have commented. I can't remember, but yeah, some some involvement there, and uh, I like this episode, and I'm just trying to think about what to say. Like, there's a lot that goes into it. Like, I could talk about philosophically or whatever. Um, you know, when we think, well, we're talking, let's think about the last episode of Starfleet Academy in this.
Yeah.
Like, both the Klingon gets empowered to do what they want. I mean, we're not gonna see how what happens to them with Khan. So does the same thing, but he's they're in, he's in exile rather than like he's able to than winning this
Yeah.
planet. And I'm just feeling like he's not in the mindset of like how am I gonna make this work per se, because he's talking about like empires when he has, and we've talked about this last week where he's got less than 100 people. Like it's more like a something that should just be a tribe. Like why is he
Yeah.
talking Colosseum? Like that's ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like Rome wasn't built in a day. Come on, man.
It's true. It took them at least 2 days to build Rome.
At least two.
At least two.
At least two. And it helped that there was two Romans. Um. Yeah, and I do enjoy some of the conflict. And oh, I was thinking with about Hugo and the way he died, and we started off the episode with that. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, like he went against Khan, so someone went into his jail cell, shot him, and uh, then now all the people are saying release the Hugo files because we want to know what's going on.
Hugo did not kill himself.
Well, what they think for real though, what they think he just fell off the cliff or something while he was working. Um, although we know that's not quite what happened. but
Mm, mm,
Ivan seems
mm,
a little bit of a seems a little bit headstrong,
mm,
and um, Ivan, I didn't even think about that just till just now. I believe Khan wants Ivan to be in charge if he doesn't return in 2 days. Like
mm,
I wasn't thinking about this when I listened to this twice, and I wasn't
mm.
thinking about this, but this could lead to some problems.
It could be problematic.
Although Ivan does seem very loyal, like this is gonna be a test.
Yeah, yeah.
It's gonna be a test, and
Not the former professional wrestler test. R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Mm.
R.I.P. And
17 years ago, Jesus.
they died.
Yeah, has he been gone 17 years?
Yeah,
R.I.P.
I
Test
know. Like,
for all you testicles out there. R.I.P. Test.
yeah, I eat testicles. Yeah,
Mm.
I know it's been a long time because he died like not long after he went to TNA,
Mm.
and like that was just after ECW on Sci-Fi and that run. And so it's been a while, dude.
It's been a while. Also, R.I.P. Catherine O'Hara. She just passed away.
Yeah, I forget what she was
She was in
um,
Beetlejuice.
in Home Alone
Yeah.
with
R.I.P.
Trump.
A lot of stuff. She's been a Not they actually cut him out of the one of the streaming versions of Home Alone 2. They just cut out his
Yeah, I know
cameo
that.
entirely. Yeah, yeah.
No, like some of the things, I'm just thinking back to the episode were interesting. Like Khan sort of seems like a Trumpian type character to me, and
Mm.
maybe in the future everyone will just think Trump was awesome. Like maybe sort of like how people think of Ronald Reagan right now. I just remember I was thinking of this yesterday, reading about Benjamin Franklin,
Mm.
how um what was it? Oh, History Channel, I think, had like a greatest American in history competition. Like that was a vote, and Ronald Reagan won it.
Jesus. Yeah,
I
there
I
was
mean,
just a movie with about Ronald Reagan. Like, was it last 2 years ago? Yeah, because it was the same year The Substance came out. Because Dennis Quaid was in The Substance, and he also played Ronald Reagan in the movie about Ronald Reagan. And from what I understand, I never saw it, but from what I've heard, it's a very it makes him out to seem like a complete hero type of movie. Doesn't showcase anything that isn't flattering to
uh,
Ronald Reagan.
and Khan just tells Marla maybe that's what I want.
Mm,
Maybe the lie will paint me better than the truth. Your truth. He
yeah,
says that to her
yeah.
before he walks off.
And she should have been like, well, maybe it's Maybelline. There you
Maybe.
go.
Anyway, so I'm really enjoying my new job at Maniluk,
Mm,
and I've been calling people and getting ready for a diabetes field clinic at the end of February.
end of
It's gonna
February.
be, and it's ridiculous. I
Yeah,
have
which is
to look
about to
this up.
start.
It's gonna be February, Monday the 23rd to Thursday the 26th,
Mm,
and yeah, I have to have diabetes to come.
gotta have it.
If you don't, I'm gonna wave my finger at you and say, "What are you doing?"
Gotta have diabetes. You wanna. I mean, if you wanna be involved in the study, start downing that sugar real quick. You got about a month, about 3 weeks,
Freak.
3 weeks of as much sugar as you can down.
I appreciate that you say that because diabetes isn't just that. Like, you can stop exercising, you can
Mm,
stop getting good sleep, you can
yeah.
stop, if you're taking vitamin D supplements, just stop that. Then, like, you can get diabetes and you can come to you.
Yeah. You got a lot of options, a lot of ways to build that diabetes up so you can be a part of this.
Well, I think there's a lot of options. I think you have to like do all those things. You got like don't pick one. You got like to stop
Do all
sleeping.
that.
Like
Only thing you're gonna be eating
sugar.
for the next 3 weeks is sugar. Not like Nothing heavy with sugar, just down sugar itself. Just that.
It
That
it
is your food. Don't sleep. Stay awake for
it
21 days straight.
can't even be W. Like I don't think
Mm,
they use sugar
yeah.
outside like the fruit extract or
Yeah, W ain't
whatever.
gonna give you diabetes. Mm-mm.
No, no. You gotta go hard.
Mm.
But yeah, really looking forward to it, and
Yeah.
yeah, just give us if all right, if you're somehow watching this, you got diabetes, you're in Manila service region, just call
Mm.
us at 907-442-7455. We'll ask you to get labs. Work on travel if you're in one of the villages.
Yeah.
Like
No
not that
food.
not
No
that you guys
food.
in a village.
Is it the night before with that
Yeah,
labs?
it's an overnight fast,
Overnight,
and
no food if you get in the lab work.
we'll schedule you for the field clinic.
There you go.
And talking about diets, one thing that you and I did is
Yes.
we went on a 24-hour phone diet.
Yes. I did. What day was mine? Let me check. That was. So I did it on the 27th, the Tuesday. I woke up. I had 29 or sorry 39 notifications on my phone, which is less than I expected. So I'm happy
Yeah.
about that. And it was fine. Didn't really. I'm not really someone who like has like a compulsive need to like look at my phone all the time. So like it wasn't really much of an issue. Although I did recently start playing Balatro, so been playing that on my phone a lot. But outside of playing Balatro, yeah, um, yeah, it was I just put my phone down. I kept it face down all day. Didn't touch it, and there you
What I did mine yesterday, and I do this every time I get this challenge. Is I turn it off and I put it in this drawer here
go.
and pop it in and close it, and I won't have it until the morning.
There you
Um, and I only got one text message. It was
go.
from my mom,
mm,
but it wasn't urgent, and
yeah,
part of it wasn't on this card, but I did mention this. Ryan Holiday when he did this for the New Year, New You challenge. So this
yeah,
is the second time this month I'm doing this. Is
yeah.
when you get uh, I've had people say, "What if there's an emergency?" But really, like, when is something that comes to you is an emergency? Um,
Mm,
he's talked about Napoleon, how when he did his like mail, and I think we might have mentioned this last week, is he would wait um like 2 weeks before he had his mail brought to him or read it, or I'm not quite sure what his system was, but
yeah.
2 weeks hoping that anything that came to him would have been resolved by itself.
Mm,
Yeah. And um yeah, for me, like I when I did it this time, like I just thought about how much of my routine is just around my phone. Like
mm,
I'll take pictures,
mm.
I'll track my walks with my puppy in the morning, um, and like I'll listen to music in the shower and while I'm walking around too. It's actually really nice because feel I didn't feel like I was more mindful of like my surroundings and things that I just didn't notice because I'm always like listening to music or a podcast or something
Mm,
when I'm walking my dog around.
mm,
Um, and I did it again this morning once I'm off the challenge, but um, it's something I gotta do more,
mm,
and, I will do more. It's just when it's so cold, I typically just walk my dog once a day. It's been warm, so we've also been playing out too.
mm,
And I just do that because I try not to listen to music or have my earphones in longer than an hour,
mm.
so I don't screw up my eardrums.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, it seemed more difficult for me than you. um, and yeah, I was planning on doing it today, but I just happened to like be. I decided to do a thing for the Green Party, and I want to take pictures, and
Yeah.
I want to make sure I contact people to let them know it's happening today.
That was, I think
So
that was like the most difficult thing for me was not taking pictures. Like that's the only thing where I was like, oh, let me get my phone. Oh, right, can't do that. That was like the only thing.
I am. Anyway, let me read this card off so that
The neck. Oh
um,
yeah, this is the one we did, and you're like reading it out.
yeah, I won't read the challenge since we already talked about it, but let
Yeah,
me read this quote from Seneca.
yeah.
Nothing is better proof of a well-ordered mind than a man's ability to stop just where he is and pass some time in his
Mm,
own company.
yes. Also, we didn't really get anyone posting about it on the Discord. Last week we had our good pal Rob got a Gopher and Tuck mug. Um, we didn't get a picture of
Well,
Chris Foster.
he didn't quite get it yet. Just,
Yeah,
it
it's
mailed out the other
ordered.
day.
Yeah, for him. Uh, get Chris Foster did come in and post a picture as here's her award. And it was a little picture of him in black and white, so that's fun.
I appreciate that. I appreciate awards.
Yeah.
And yeah, so and yeah, like I guess like we didn't talk too much about why it's important, but other than it helped me with mindfulness. Like I was more mindful of like my surroundings because I wasn't listening to music. And
Mm.
at work, when I went on my break, instead of checking my phone, I read books.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh, Probably a cooler thing to do anyway.
yeah.
Anyway, all right,
Yeah, next week's challenge.
next week's challenge, and um, so are you ready?
I'm ready.
It's
Ready.
fast from social media today, and it says today because these are daily challenges, but
Yeah.
you pick a day, just like we did with this one. That one says today.
Fast
Pick
from
any of the
social
day of the
media.
week, and
So,
let me read the back here.
yeah, read the
As
back.
President Roosevelt said, comparison is the thief of joy. Fast from social media today. Silence your notifications or hide the apps. Keep a clear head. And Marcus Aurelius said, "The nearer a man comes to a calm mind, the closer he is to strength." And
Mm,
this one's easy for me. I've been off Facebook so long. I just made a Facebook account again just because I might become the next chairman of the Green Party of Alaska,
yeah,
and I have
that's,
to manage the page,
true.
and I have to do Facebook stuff for the Cosby Chess Club. Well, that's not Stoke. I get to do Facebook stuff for the Cosby Chess Club. But I like sometimes like there's probably days where I just had blue sky and True Social, and actually there has been days where I just don't bother going on the apps, and
Yeah.
um, yeah.
I sometimes I'll just like scroll on Blue Sky or Facebook, just see what people are talking about. Although I primarily use Facebook just for like messaging. Weirdly enough, it's like Brandon's the main guy I message on there, but we also talk on Discord, so it's like we don't really even need to.
That's funny.
It's just like easier to, I guess, like on like mobile talk on Facebook Messenger. But yeah, I mean, yeah, Blue Sky. Obviously, I have the Gopher and Tuck account there. Use that for advertising Gopher and Tuck, and also just general posting. Um, but I used to back when I used Twitter. I would like post every like whenever every video goes out. I'll put it up on there because you can schedule tweets. I think that's still not a thing you can do on Blue Sky yet, so I just kind of stopped doing that when I migrated. Um,
Uh,
yeah, this shouldn't be. I mean, like, are we? Do we count like Reddit, YouTube, like or stuff like that considered social media, or like?
the one that would really annoy me the most is if we count Discord. That's that.
Yeah, Discord I don't think would count because like that's more like Skype and it's like a private messaging thing rather than you can make servers, but it's also like you'd have to invite people to them. They're not just there, you know. YouTube, obviously, like I upload videos, so I gotta be on that. But I don't think that counts as social media. Reddit might. I do spend a lot of time on Reddit, so I'm gonna try to include Reddit in this, and stay away from Reddit, Blue Sky, and I guess and Facebook. I guess those are like the only three I really use. So I'll try to stay away from those for 24 hours. So I can spend 24 hours without hearing people bitch about CJ Shroud in the Texans subreddit. So that'll be fun.
And before we move on, if you go to the Gopher and Tux
Yes.
generically named server and you go on
Hey,
checking the
kitty.
future, hey kitty, and you go on there, you talk about taking a break from social media for 24 hours and saying that's impossible, or some sort of comment on
Yeah,
this,
so,
and we read it
something.
off on the server. You get either a mug or if you got one, some other prize. You get something.
Yes. And the link is there if you're watching on here to join the Discord, or it's in the description if you're watching on YouTube. You just hop on in there. We have a Trek in the Future channel. We'll post about it in that, so you can just comment on it in there. Again, didn't really have anyone last week, although again we did get that black and white picture of Chris Foster, so that was
Yeah,
fun.
that's fun.
Yeah, so there you go.
All right, so I got terrible news for you, man.
Yeah, terrible.
Star Trek's gone woke.
Oh, how could it? How could this show, Star Trek, that has never at all, ever in its entirety, ever been woke, all of a sudden go woke? Mm.
Sad. So for a little segment, I just wanted to go over True Social and what they're saying on about Star Trek, and this is where I found this.
I like it how we go directly from 24-hour social media diet to so on Truth Social they're talking about how
Yeah,
woke Star Trek is good. This is why we need the diet. Yeah.
I'm just looking at that picture I found, and it's like ice scaring protesters away by showing them Starfleet Academy on a big screen
Jesus
TV.
Christ. Uh,
or
Truth
or
Social.
James T. Kirk just acting like he never would and just holding a pistol to Commander Kayla, like stop disrespecting the chair. And this is by artist Ben Grayson. He's pretty like infamous. Oh, he's
Yeah.
made a little Enterprise starship with made out of garbage can. They got our half Klingon lady with the chess checkerboard for a head. Um, Let me just go over True Social and what they're saying about Star Trek. Um,
It's too
um,
woke. They have overweight ladies. They have minorities. They have life lessons that are valuable to anyone. Too
from
woke.
old man conservative. Star Trek just crashed. Another liberal woke worn out series.
Uh,
Let's see, I do have to like scroll a
yeah.
bit, which is why we got some breaks here.
Hmm.
They ruined Star Trek with queer shite a long time ago. One guy gets it, or a girl. I don't know. I keep
One
gendering
person's like,
things.
it's been a long time. You know, it's true. It's been woke a long time. They had an interracial couple in the original.
See, I'm just
No one
I just
complained
keep.
about the interracial couple being woke back then because woke wasn't a fucking like term being used in that way.
Yeah. Um. All right. Uh. They know Star Trek is in trouble. Says Hypershell. Uh. Star Trek fans outraged as Paramount shoves woke garbage down their throats.
I I don't know. I don't know if I'd call them Star Trek fans. They're
I,
outraged. I don't know if I'd say Star Trek fans are outraged.
they probably like the show. It just reminds me of Star Wars people getting upset that um that this film made by George Lucas, where all the evil people are white. They're part of this empire that decides, all right, we're gonna end democracy and end the Senate, and we're gonna giving power to the governors. And like, I talk to people about this, and they don't know how political the original film was. And I can see like them just like they like Spock or they like Worf, and now like they see that they're more conscious of media they consume. It's like, wait a minute, what's the message? Like I could see like people have like consumed Star Trek before and just didn't like really get like what it was about and just sort of like the space theme or something.
Yeah. They need more conservative sci-fi.
They got Star Starship Troopers or whatever that was.
Like the
I
issue is like science fiction in general is a very progressive like genre. You know, like the ideas that they go with for these things are just inherently progressive.
yeah, it might be the issue for them. Anyway, talking about the issue for them, what's
Yeah.
going on with Gopher and Tuck?
Hold on.
Are you
Had to
guys
clear
going well?
had to clear my throat. Um, you know, I mean, half of the channel is a black guy, so I'm just saying. You know, we might have been leaning that way ever since 2018 when I decided, you know what, I'll bring one of those on here. You know.
Kind of a nice lady.
uh, we're having some good times here though on old Gopher and Tuck. Uh, so what even? Again, it's like hard to keep up with what's currently uploading on YouTube for us because like we're a lot of the times very like ahead of schedule with this stuff.
I mean, it's hard. I just go to the Discord server and I say
That's
there's
true. That's true.
Pokemon Yellow randomized Nuzlocke.
There
There's
we go. So we
Fang Fallen Feathers.
yeah.
There's new Super Mario Sunshine. I mean, I'm
Yes.
sorry. Super Mario Galaxy 3 or whatever what was the joke last time. I can't
Well, new
remember.
Super Mario Sunshine's the bit here because we. So the idea would be, I tried
Oh,
playing Super
that's right. I'm
yeah
sorry.
I
I
tried
had remembered.
I tried
Well,
playing Super Mario Sunshine and after one session I was like I really hate this and I don't want to play this anymore. So I switched to Galaxy, but we just kept calling the episode Super Mario Sunshine. So now we're playing Super Mario Galaxy 2 and it's actually new Super Mario Sunshine, which is a game that's real and exists. That one is actually going to be going on a little bit of a hiatus. So I may have been emulating it, the Switch version. We got to a level where you need to use like tilt controls, which are kind of not easy to emulate. So I was
Mhm.
like, all right, goddamn it, I'll just spend the $40 in the fucking game. So I did buy the game for the Switch too, and then got back to where we were. But in the meantime, we're gonna be starting WrestleQuest, which might be our longest series of all time if it's actually because like Brandon's played a bit of it. I say a bit of it. He has a save that's like 30 hours, and he's to my knowledge he wasn't even close to the end of the game. So, um, but he's gonna be playing that one. We're like 2 sessions into that so far. It's fun like wrestling RPG. And you use like there's like toy figures and everything, and they have Angry Joe. They also have Gerard the Completionist, but I guess like because the controversy came out with the whole charity scam fraud thing with him, they changed his name. It still looks like him. Like, you still see like a an art version, like a pixel version of his face, but they changed his name to Joe. I don't know
It's
why they
just
I don't know why they went with Joe because Angry Joe is also in the game, and he's like
yeah.
5 feet away from Gerard. So I don't know why
Just
they
think
just
of it
gave
as
him
like
Joe as
they
well.
give him an NXT name or something.
But like you would think they wouldn't go with the same name that someone else who's 5 feet away from him has. But yeah, it's fun. I'm doing a lot of voice acting in that one. There's no like in-game voice acting, so we gotta do the dialogue ourselves. So it's one of those kind of series.
Ooh,
Um,
Hey, Joe, you scam that
Yeah.
charity. I dropped the elbow on you.
I did say like I wish we had Moose here to do the Randy Savage voice because you have one of my favorite Randy Savages. Um, yeah, so it's fun having a good time with that one. Uh, Pokemon, we're doing a randomized Nuzlocke for Pokemon Yellow, going all the way back to Gen 1 for that. Mario will probably continue once Pokemon finishes, since I assume WrestleQuest's going to be going for a while. Wu Chang Fallen Feathers, that one is also going to be going on hiatus after episode 46, I believe. I gotta buy the game because I was playing it through Game Pass, and I no longer have Game Pass. They raised the prices and everything, but so I'm just gonna buy the game at some point when it's on sale, and then I'll get back to that. But I believe the next game I'm gonna be playing for Gopher Tuck is gonna be what is it called? It's not Little Big
Petra?
Planet, but it's like a spinoff of Little Big Planet. Because like I think Little Big Planet's kind of like Mario Maker, where it's like people just make the levels themselves and upload it. Whereas this
Oh,
is
I didn't know
like it's like set in the same type of universe, but it's just the developers made all the levels. You know, it's more of a classic
that.
kind of what is it called? Sackboy, A Big Adventure. I think maybe the name of the thing.
Mhm.
But yeah, that'll probably be what I do next for Go for Sans Tuck. Yeah, we got the Mario, we got Pokemon, we got WrestleQuest, the Madden Mondays every Monday, this podcast every Saturday, Go for After Dark every Sunday night. Uh, uh,
And on um just to hype go for after dark. Let's do our Super Bowl bet and our Puppy Bowl bet. Talk about it on that show.
yes. Um, Trying five, we just straight up quit because Rob was not having a good time with it. We were like only halfway through the game, and it was like 30 episodes in. But we are gonna be bringing Rob back some point in the near future. We don't know what yet, like what game we're gonna be playing. We might do some one offs. We had an idea for I forgot what the program's called, but it's a Parsec is a program that lets you like play games on your computer with other people as if you're playing locally. Uh, I haven't
Oh.
used it in a long time. I used to like I couldn't really get it to work in the past because of like internet connections, but yeah, I've got much better internet now. I have fiber, so we're gonna try that out. And not sure what games we'll be playing, but we're gonna try that out with some like one-offs and see
Yeah.
how that goes. And if that goes well, you know, who knows? Maybe we'll do something for that for a full series. But yeah, Rob Siren, as his artist name is known, will
Mhm.
be back. He will be back. Yeah, Madam Mondays, Trek of the Future. There's also I don't want to get too into this because we're not sure exactly if it's gonna happen, and if it is gonna happen, we don't know exactly like how we're gonna go about it. There is possibility for a another podcast starting up soonish on the channel, centering around football. That would be
Oh.
myself, TJ, and our good pal Ian, who Moose has podcast experience with from the Ring of Honor podcast you guys did,
Honor forever.
Honor Forever. So do you?
I still make references to for Ian. Like I know he doesn't like the bit, but I thought it was funny where like anyone or and I'll do this watching other things with Kitty. Like we watched that shitty Sherlock Holmes movie with Will
Will
Ferrell,
Ferrell and
and
John
I
C.
forgot
Riley.
like Braun was it Braun Strowman or Strongman or whatever? He was in it, and I was like, oh no, even in this film, he was in Ring of Honor. He could have wrestled Joe for the title.
Braun Strowman was in Ring of Honor.
Yeah, final battle with EC3.
Holy
He
shit!
didn't wrestle a match, but he came to help him out or
Oh wow.
something.
Oh, I don't even know if he's wrestling anymore. He has like this. I think it's like a show where he like just goes around the world eating steak or something like that. It's like one of those like traveling and eating shows. I don't know if he's even wrestling anymore. But yeah, so go for a tuck. A lot of stuff to look forward to. A lot of stuff currently happening. You can just go watch it, either on the old YouTubes. And we're continuing 3 videos a day at least. You know, sometimes we have
At
the
least
extra stuff. Yeah, there you
there you go. And so let's just talk a minute about empowerment. That's sort of the
Yeah,
theme of the Star Trek episodes you watched, and you know, in the show, and I feel like in real life,
yeah,
people feel like they're doing good things. Like, let's just give the Klingons asylum so that they could be here. When really,
yeah,
that's not what they want.
yeah.
These missionaries who thought they're teaching savages how to live well and decide to like, fucking take a ruler to my mom's hands when she spoke
Mm,
in UPAC. Like
mm.
they thought they were doing God's work, but really, not quite the right way to go about like trying to do good things or do good deeds in my eyes. Like I don't know. I know you're a little bit different. Like you probably don't work. Probably see better than me.
Probably, I don't know. Probably not. I do not have good eyesight. I just hate how glasses feel. I tried
I see.
contacts for a little bit, but they're I struggle to get them. Getting them in isn't too much of an issue, but getting them out has been an issue for me. So I'm just like, ah, fuck it, I'll just be blind.
Yeah, screw it. Um, and I get just thinking about like
Yeah.
I read one of my favorite books at the end of last year, Breaking Through Power by Ralph Nader, and he makes a good point on a lot of citizen demands, and I sort of did this, and I had to. My friend brought it up, thankfully, when I made a demand for Nana to do something. He's like, I hate when people demand things. Like, you gotta say request. And Nader makes sort of the same point in that
Mm,
we don't really ask Congress to um, empower the citizens. We just say, we want you to do this, do this. Like,
mm,
why don't you give us the power to do something? And I feel like I'm reading The Pursuit of Happiness by Jeffrey Rosen, and the founders, when they thought about freedom and the ability to pursue happiness, it's like they believe like you should have the freedom to limit yourself, and
mm.
that's absolutely different from my last book, Lions and Scavengers by Ben Shapiro. I'm so happy I'm done with that book too. Like I woke up one time, well, one time, like I
I
woke
thought,
up, I woke up at like 3 in the morning. I was like, all right, I'm on the last chapter. I just gotta read this book. Like
I
I
thought,
can't go back to.
thought you were about to say like you were having a nightmare about Ben Shapiro and you woke up in a cold sweat.
I haven't had a, like I haven't had like a nightmare for a while, or not like one that like startled me or
Mm.
something.
I have
Like
nightmares
more.
not semi often. I would say I have nightmares, but I like nightmares. Like a lot of people hate them. I don't like happy dreams because like when you have a happy dream and you wake up, it's like oh well that's over. That's now I got to go back to actual life. That's unfortunate. But when you have a nightmare, you wake up, you're like oh okay look at that. Plus sometimes it's like fun, you know, like I like it's like being in a horror movie, you know.
Actually, my last nightmare was upsetting to me because I got bitten by a zombie, and so in that dream, I was like, okay, I was bitten by a zombie, so that means I gotta chase people and eat them too. So, and then well, upset me is like, wow, I really just like allowed the label to be put on me, and then I had to act as.
There you go. I mean, look at that. You had a dream, and like, that would make an interesting movie. Make a fun like little like dark comedy kind of film. You know.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Um, really enjoyed Star Trek today. The TV show more than the audio show. Like I think it's good, but um
Yeah.
it's not Boris Karloff, level of well. Then again, what is Boris Karloff? I just think I listen to some of his radio shows for Halloween every year, and he's one of my favorites. So
Mm.
I guess it's not fair to like say you're not the giggity gopher of putting Rugrats on a label and trying to put in the VHS. Like, who else has done it?
You know. Good point. And next week, again, we don't know what the plot's gonna be because we're watching these as they go up.
We do have the episode
Yeah,
ending.
we got the episode title. It's Series Acclamation Mill is the episode we're going to be watching next week. Episode 5 of Starfleet Academy, although it'll be episode 4 of season 4 of Trek in the Future because we did the double episode for the first one.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be hearing more of Stephen Colbert's voice apparently, so that's nice. And yeah, that'll be
Yeah,
what we talk
appreciate it.
about next week. First episode of February.
And take a break from social media for one day.
24
Tell us
hours.
about it.
Yeah,
Trucking to the future.
literally just comment on it in the Gopher and Tug Discord, and you might win yourself a very nice mug.
Yeah, say you can't do it, and you'll get it. But anyway, guys, this is Trek in the Future. We'll be back later with Go for After Dark. We'll
Yes.
make a Super Bowl bet, and yeah, join us. We're gonna be in the voice chat on this Gopher's generic. No, I'm sorry, Gopher and Tux generically named
Yes.
server.
If you want to hang out for Gopher After Dark, that'll be tonight. Although if you want to watch it afterwards, that'll be tomorrow night. Goes up on
All right,
Sundays.
guys, live long and prosper, and have a good rest of your day.
Mm.